And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the sound up when I'm editing on that bit alone, for those who don't like it. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 16 of Yorkshire Tea XP, brewed in the heart of Yorkshire by three MFL-obsessed managers, myself, Big Mr K, rootcoors and Bruce Leet. Before we go any further, we're not pundits, we're not pros, we're just three lads with a shared obsession for progression tactics and agency building in MFL. So each week we're looking to bring you laughs, insights, chaos and cupboards, tracking our journeys from raw to rare and beyond. I'll be honest, I really fancied them, Bruce, just pretending to be Root and just talking like I've got a gun to my head and that I'm reading a statement. I really felt tempted, but I thought I'd jump into it straight away. So, boys, how are we both doing? We good?
Well, I just want to point out you didn't address me as my proper title.
I did.
Root did, to be fair, Root did. But,
Root's a good boy. Root will do whatever you tell him to do.
I've had a good week, actually, to be fair. Obviously, just extended my streak on Mario Jamboree again, obviously. What's really good is I've gone to psychological warfare because I got into such a good lead that my son stopped working with his mum and thought, right, I'm going to fight for second instead, and started stealing stars and sabotaging his mum. Turns out at the end of the game, if he hadn't done that, one of them would have probably beat me. So, mind games. Still champ.
We like it.
Still
we
champ.
like it. I like the fact you've got tactic testing taking place in the family fun thing for Mario, whatever it's called. I like it. I love it. How are you getting on, Root? You good?
Yeah, good. Good week. One more final push before Christmas now, I think, for us all. I don't know if you guys are working over Christmas. I know I'm away for part
2
of it.
weeks off.
Yeah,
nice.
This next week's my last week.
Yeah,
and then
pretty much the same now.
January.
And I hopefully are finding out the result of an interview I had last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So fingers crossed. Fingers
good
crossed.
luck.
Yeah, and it was with Leeds United.
Oh,
really?
I'm not kidding. It genuinely was. Yeah, it was one of those. Pardon me.
Analyst or something like that?
No, it's nothing like that. That would have been really, really cool. But it's more
assistant manager.
It's like head of sports, community sports participation sort of role. I can't remember the exact job title.
Nice.
But yeah, I felt like the interview went really well. So fingers crossed. That'll be
luck.
interesting for the new year.
Let us know.
Fingers
Keep us
crossed.
informed. Yeah.
Will do. Well then, boys, how has this week with MFL been going? How have we found after we had the few games just before the mid-season break? We had the mid-season break and the pat drop and stuff like that. We've had Masters carrying on in the background, people trying to get through to qualifiers and stuff like that, and we've just kicked off the second half of the season. So how's it going?
Pretty well, to be fair. Not too bad for mine. I think I've got two teams in the cup still, and they've gone through and won today. One took extra time, and one was a 2-0 win. And then the league's just. Yeah, there's not been I don't feel like there's been a lot of league activity of where I've been not playing very well. So I think everything's going okay. I think a couple of the leagues are just really, really tight.
Yeah, I'm finding that.
So really,
some leagues
really tight.
incredibly tight. You're sort of sitting there going, "Oh, I'm in this position. Hang on a minute, 3 more points or a couple more points, and I'm all the way up there." Or equally, you're quite high up, and you look down and go, "I'm not comfortably up there."
No.
Very tight at the moment. Very, very tight. How about yourself, Bruce? How's this week gone, MFL-wise?
Pretty good. 2 of my stone teams have kind of shit the bed, but I mean, I'm not overly bothered. But I've just got the news now. The game's just come out. The lineups have just come out for my cup game for Black Mamba.
Yeah.
And I've obviously fully rotated, and it turns out my opponent has also fully rotated.
Oh.
So I'm hoping that could, because winning that is like 9,000 MFL.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's about to kick off. I'm hoping that goes well. Yeah, I thought it might come.
Mate.
Yeah, so nice.
Yeah. Sounds good.
What about you?
My week has been, just before the mid-season break, fairly steady actually. Some good results going into the break. Didn't feel like I needed to do a lot, but I was just going to tweak a few teams where I needed to strengthen. Obviously, we had Pat Drop, and for the first time in a long time, I've not gone for a big pack. I just thought, actually, I'm getting enough MFL that when I want to do that, I'll do it out of my MFL rewards. Because when I worked it out earlier, this week, I know you asked for MetaFixer Lab link the other day, Bruce. I worked mine out, and it's roughly estimating about 180k at the moment. So,
nice.
But that's like, what was that? At least 3 rare players at the moment that I can go for if I want to.
You're getting close to that lower Lego as well.
250, isn't it? 250,
Yeah,
that one. Which is where my bigger teams, I want them to progress in the cup, so I want to keep sort of raking in that bit of extra MFL. So one of my stone teams has just gone through. Another Stone team has just finished, and that was a 3-1 win. And I had another Stone team in a cup game as well. I did flick onto it very quickly. It's one of my new acquisitions. Because shock horror, I've got some more licenses. We're currently winning 2-1 going into the last 5 minutes. So fingers crossed there. But yeah, all ticking on really, really well. The standout really will be my silver team. We're in a very dizzy place, but I think we'll probably come on to it when we do a bit of a club recap. What about Pat Drop the Boys? Did you go for anything in particular?
I got a limited and a kick-off.
Same.
I did get uncommon in my limited pack, but I had dev centre pass. So he's a 20-year-old left mid, and I was just like, go straight in the dev centre, thanks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I was checking the other day. I've got a stupid amount of players in the dev centre. How many have I got now?
I've got a lot.
Yeah. Naughty number, 69 in the dev centre. Nice. Yeah, I've got a crazy amount in there at the moment. How about yourself, Root? Did you go for anything in the Pat Drop?
I think one limited, 2 kick-off, and they were just all 3 of them.
How did you manage to get 2?
I just went straight for the kick-off straight off the bat. Did you try and do 2?
No, so I buy the kick-off, and then it's got to go through the whole fucking rigmarole of it. And by the time it had finished, like letting me pay and everything, they'd already sold out.
Did you have the cash already in your dapper, or did you have to do a pay, like adding it in?
No, it was just straight out. Yeah,
straight in.
Yeah. So
because I used to have that problem when I didn't have the money ready.
Yeah, it just took ages to confirm the payment, and then when I come to do the second one, it was like sold out. I was like,
well, it reserves now. I think when you go in part way through. So I did my first one.
You get 10
when
minutes
it came out. Yeah, when I came out, there was 6 left. I just clicked it straight away, and then I just literally went in, and then did the limited. But the packs weren't that great. So I think a bit like you. I think I put 3 of the players in dev, 1 of them in 3 of the players in dev, 2 of them into a team, just as a bit of rotation and backup in case, get further in the Masters, because they were okay rating, but not amazing. Then the other one I just banged on loan market, and he went out, so it was fine.
Yeah, I did a similar thing. I just ended up with a couple of players. The average age was quite high, is what I was finding on average for most of the players that I got. Trying to remember. When you kind of forget because they were overly memorable at the time. Let me have a quick scan.
I've got 45 in the dev centre. I didn't even realise I had that many, to be fair.
They add up quick, don't they, though? They
add up quick. Absolutely.
I think my main team, my Peacocks, are just kicking off in a few minutes for my, Challengers Cup. Just going to have a look at the lineup super quick. It's a pretty close game in terms of who's got what on each team. Might have slightly stronger edge. They've got better centre backs. Yeah, it should be an interesting game. And that's the one I really want to go in because I've got like 98% rev share in that one, so I'm going to get all of that back and stuff for the MFL return. Right then, let's do our Season 10 club check-in. Just for the listeners, if you want to know what we're covering this week, we're going to do our Season 10 club check-in, and we'll make sure we tick along and check the Ron John Challenge, because Root, don't forget. We'll go through our topic of the week, so we'll go through the updates that we've had from MFL about club offers now. We'll talk about some engine changes stuff. Move on to Tactics Corner, which is decided in the Discord, where we vote there. So if you want to vote and you want to know what formation we're testing and ask any questions, get yourself in the Discord. We'll go through our progression spotlight and then go through our very, very, very many now community questions. Gave everyone a poke, didn't I, just before the podcast, and we've ended up with a lot more. Yeah, we had like 2 or 3, and now we've got a lot. So, 2 hours it is then, everyone. So, who would like to go first to give us a quick run-through of how the teams are going?
If one of you 2 could go before me, because I'm watching it, like I'm focused on this.
I'll go first if you want.
Yeah, stress, go
I was going to show mine on MFL Assistant this time, just because I quite like the idea that I can jump between where I'm at and my prediction straight off the bat. So
Yeah.
I thought that'd be quite good, and then clearly you can see that. So, Rom lads are in 6th, and they were projected.
Could you zoom that in ever so slightly, do you reckon, Root?
Of course I can.
I'm just thinking it'd be a bit easier for people who are watching just to see it.
How's that?
A touch more? That's a bit better. Yeah, perfect. Thanks, mate.
Okay, cool. So, we're sitting in 6th, not 3 points off 2nd, so it's not that bad. It is a tight league. I mean, any of these teams can beat anybody. We were projected on this site 2nd, I think it probably was that, probably on the other one, after it had taken ages to go through. So I think it does take a while sometimes for the projections to land as a final, I guess. I don't know, did the projections update after the transfer window as well, when people have brought some more players in? Not sure.
I don't know, actually. Not thought of that before.
Yeah, I don't know. So we're sitting in 6th, but we're not that far off second. Like literally one win. If they lose, we're second. We're out of the cup, as we talked about last time. Dockside are in 5th. We predicted 6th, so I guess we're one place above that. But again, 5 points off second. So again, quite tight in this league. It's not too bad. Again, out of the cup. Alpine Panthers storming it in the cup. We just won our first group stage match as well. So they're obviously through to the quarters in the cup. Nice. Sitting in 6th. Again, 3 points off second. It's very consistent, this, isn't it? They were predicted 9th, so they're already overachieving. But I think we'll.
There's a runaway leader in that league. There's a runaway leader in that league.
Yeah,
in Luxembourg.
That league, yeah.
Are they just stupidly overpowered?
Second, but
they're not ridiculously. If you go to the projection, it shows me the best 11 and all that. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, I go back. The manager, that was it. I can't remember what it stands for, manager rating and stuff, but they take into account how well you've performed previous seasons, if you've overachieved based on projections and all that. But I'm looking at best 11 and best 11 average and stuff. They're not wildly better than everyone else, but they're absolutely storming it.
They are storming it, aren't they?
Interesting. What do they play?
They haven't lost all season, so.
I wonder what they play. I'm going to have a look.
Downtown Cowboys also through in the cup, and we just won again in the group stage, so they're into the quarters, so that's good for them. Sitting in 3rd, literally 1 point off top. They're having an amazing season. We predicted 6th, massively overperforming. So the two teams I care about, not overperforming, underperforming. The two teams that are kind of like just, obviously I care about them all, but not care about as much, are overachieving. So I feel like it's going to be an interesting end to the season again with promotions, because obviously Alpine sit in the same place as Dockside. So definitely going to have to shake something up next season if this doesn't go out. YTXP.
Sorry, can I ask a question? Because you've gone back to put in your Cam as captain. Was there a reason for that?
Yeah, because I just sits well with me. That's just what I want to do. 99 on his shirt. It's just what I like. And I ran a load of friendlies with the keeper on those teams and the cam, and it isn't making a difference. I mean, these teams are still winning with it on the cam, so they're all playing the same. You what?
Said fair enough. I was just asking.
Yeah. I think it's just And then again with the YTXP, I've noticed, like when you were talking before, if Grande's in the team, literally put him on get forward. If it's another player, that is just literally kills me.
Yeah,
literally, he is literally a player that does it.
Yeah, it suits him. Yeah.
And I noticed that on my other teams, did some friendlies with all those. And again, there's only one of them, and I think it's in Alpine, where my right centre mid can do the same and get forward. The other ones kills me defensively. I start conceding. So yeah, I do need to start looking more at players. I think that's something I need to certainly work on for next season. So we're again 3 points off top. We're predicted top. Fairly close things. I think we'll be all right.
I mean, it's not. You're not far away. It's not as if you're fucking.
No.
Yeah, 3 points away.
Yeah, I mean, we've lost 2. They've lost 1. 7 wins, 8 wins. It's tight. Yeah. We've got plenty of games to go. Obviously, we're out of the cup. That was just a disaster class. So yeah, it is what it is. So that is how my season is going.
It's ticking on, mate. It's ticking on.
I think it'll be all right. I think I'll get 2 in the playoffs, hopefully, and get a challenge to go up. Those 2 hopefully can go deep in the cup as well. The Yorkshire Tea just should get them in playoffs, if not champions. I can't see us not.
Yeah, nice.
And then Rum Lads, it's just so tight. Like, I never planned on trying to get them promoted anyway as such. It's just like sustain them in that league. So, if they can be in them playoffs, then that'd just be fun.
Yeah, highest possible. Highest possible. Yeah. More games, more match XP and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think Dockside are just going to piss me off. I just really do. So, but I think next season I've sent like quite a few out on loan, so I think I bring a couple of them back in, and it might just strengthen that squad a little bit. So
yeah, it's a good idea. Are you still watching your game, Bruce?
No, it finished, so I'm just watching a penalty shootout now for my last game that I haven't watched, so I can go if you want me to.
Yeah, I'm just watching my round of 16 game with my bronze Peacock team.
Oh, great. We just missed the first penalty. So I have had a bit of a massive change to my agency. As you can see, I have extra clubs. 2 extra clubs. I also have another one that is coming at the end of the season. And a hell of a lot more players. I saw Kodap was looking to sell majority of his agency. He said he wanted to keep the one license that's down in Ice. I think it's actually in with Fortress. And just go from there. And there was a lot of things here that were very useful to me for what I want to achieve. So it was a no-brainer. I picked it up, got extra clubs, because that was the one thing I had last season was, I've got the teams, but I don't have the players to fill them, so I have to learn them all in, and I think next season, by the looks of it, I probably won't even have to learn anyone in. Like,
nice.
I'll have spares, so that's...
Before you go any further, Bruce,
Yeah.
I just got to ask. I'm getting black loading screen for you sharing screen. Root, can you see a screen? We've
I
had
can
this
see it,
before,
yeah.
and it worked. So don't worry, keep going.
Yeah.
Just
I
want to
can see it
check.
fine.
Yeah, just want to check.
You can see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Root can see it. That's fine with me because we've had this issue before. I can't see it at the moment.
Yeah, cool.
All good.
Okay, so we'll go through the teams. The first one is it's just an inactive team. The guy's just not registered or anything. But I saw it for 45. I was like, you know what? I'll take that. I need a Flint team, so I picked that up. But that won't be active until next season. This is one of the clubs I got from Kodap. They're currently sitting second in the league. Beat first in the league last night with my first game in charge. Threw in the cup, which is great. Not overly fussed with what happens with this team, obviously, because it's, as you can see by the name, it's just going to be a farm, essentially, where I can send players and play them. Fortress are doing unbelievable, still undefeated. Threw in the cup, it's quite bad. No, I suppose it's not, because this team I just beat in the cup is actually one of Ron John's team, so it's kind of the best of both worlds for him, because, I've gone through, but he's getting majority of the MFL anyway, so, it's kind of worked out for him, but this team are doing unreal this season, almost guaranteed to be stone, I think, next season. Newton Heath, again, this is another one that I was focusing on the cup. We got through in the cup. The second half of the season, we lost to this team, which is to be expected. We drew 0-0 with Bond Blossom, but again, this is a cup-focused team. I shouldn't even be here, but my focus is going to be trying to win the cup on this team, and wherever I get in the league is just going to be a bonus, but I think I'm safe from relegation. I think I'll, especially when I start playing all these guys again, I'll probably be safe from relegation with these. Rossonera Mamba, one of the Stone teams that have just had an absolute mare since coming back. 2 losses. It's like, the second half of the season, the engine changes. It certainly felt like that this way because we just lost both games, but then we're through in the Cup. We just won 5-0 in the Cup. Everybody's through in the Cup, by the way. Which is really good. This team, their game's still playing their cup game, but oh no, it's just ruined it for me. Nice one. We won 3-2 on penalties. Okay. However, we are in the relegation, but it's again, we've lost these games. These games were both really close games. This team are top, and we only lost 3-2, and this team were just above us, and we lost I think we were 1-0 up, and then they equalised in the second half, and then right near the end of the game they scored. It's just. In the Cup, in the Masters, this team are unbelievably good, and then you put them in the league, and it's just like, we don't know how to play. It's just really, really odd. I do believe I'll turn it round and be able to stay up. It's still really tight down here. There's only 3 relegation spots. Well, 2 proper relegation spots, and then a playoff. So I should be okay. It's just I don't get what's going on with this team because league is just 2 different teams, and it's just weird. Black Mamba have been on an unbelievable run. Top of the league, 3 points clear. I'm hoping to stretch that lead out even further. We, like I said, we were playing in the Cup. They rotated, and it's put us through, so that's an extra 9,000 MFL for me. I'm hoping my next opponent does the same thing. That would be amazing in the next round. Give me more rotation games so I can focus on the league. I suppose if I do manage to get through, but I manage to get a lead here, then I might play my starters for the Cup, but right now it's still too tight. There's too much in it. Teams can beat everybody, so I'm not going to take that risk just yet. But yeah, everything's going really well. I'm quite happy with how my teams are looking, and obviously next season things are going to look even better, I think, because my aspirations are to get to silver. I think I'm in the position to do that now.
I think you very much are. I think it's very doable that you can get yourself promoted this season with Mamba.
Yeah.
Then you'll be have enough in the tank with what you've also then invested to compete very well in silver, mid-table or otherwise. I don't know the strength of all the silver leagues because I've been in 2 now with me having the Dow team, and they moved leagues in the end because at one point my silver club and the Dow team were in the same league. And then when I took over both, they moved the Dow team. But you should have it more than enough to compete, because I've worked with a hell of a lot less and managed to keep the team up in silver. So, with being so active with the tactic side of it, I think you'll be absolutely fine. I really like the investment you've made there. I really like the players that you managed to bring in.
As well, the players I brought in, a lot of them are old. I've got some really good young gems, though, that were really good pickups. But a lot of them are old, so they're all about the 29, 30 mark. But I'm not afraid of buying older players because they're also old ID. They're old. So let's say they've got, on average, they're going to have about six seasons left. 6 seasons in real time. That's over 6 months.
It's like you break that down per average per season for the cost, and then you go, okay, what can I achieve with them? Yeah, what can I get with them with that time frame? I've got a couple of players this season now that I'm either they're not mine but they're on my team, or I've got them that are in the first year of retirement, and the fitness isn't too bad a hit, and they've also got good physicals, so the fitness aspect of it is not hitting very hard. I think it'll be more progressive, obviously, because as I understand it, while they might not lose it so fast, they do not gain it back. They don't gain it back anywhere near as quick. So sounds good, man. Right then, let's jump into mine. Quick screen share. Yeah, I think it should be absolutely fine, the recording, but I saw like a flash of your screen share at one point when you're on your agency, and then nothing after that point.
It's done that before with Root, and it's been
fine. And it worked. So I'm just if we need to sort something out, I'll work something out for that section. Right then, so I'm on my clubs at the moment because I can't remember how many I had last time we spoke.
19, didn't you?
No, I've got more. I think I had 9 that I owed altogether. Basically, currently in my agency, I've got 20. 3 are out on loan. So I'm up to 23 is the short version. Picked up a couple down here. This Flint team here was a new acquisition. There's a Spark one. This one was a new one. And this one here. I ran out of MFL. And also, I quite actually like the badge. And the location and the name and stuff, so I thought I'll keep them as they are. And they are actually set up to play a 4-3-3-D in terms of that, so I've actually invested a bit more time in testing it, and for the record, I now like the 4-3-3-D. I've got a version that actually works, and I've got players that are suited for it. The midfielders are far better. So overall, going rather well.
Did you use the offer thing to buy them, or did you just buy them?
No, I've been chatting to the bloke who was looking to sell. He's got some exciting news in that he's basically moving to Australia. So he needs to free up some cash. He's going to be moving, won't have as much time. I'm actually going to loan him at least a club next season when he's settled and out there, so he can. I'm just basically on an agreement with him that he can draft. Like a Flint or a Stone team, he can draft from my agency and we'll just split the MFL 50-50, but then he can still play and he's not financially tethered any further. So I don't know when club delegation's going out, but I'm doing it with my own accord. But he come to me, he was looking for ideas. I'm always open to buying an agency, but I'm a case of I'm going to value it for you, using my tool and what I believe it's worth, and then of that value I'd offer 60% of that, which I know is a big hit, but I advocate that you don't do it anyway. So I've given him here's my valuation of players if you're going to try and sell and stuff. So he went through all of that, and basically we sorted it out. So I got a couple of licenses, got some players, and he managed to shift on the rest of it for a price he was happy with to someone else.
Agency buying does seem the way to go.
I agree.
If you're buying, really
yeah, I do. I think so. I think it's much improved to do it that way. Personally, I think you get a lot more bang for your buck. Sometimes people, if they're looking to sell in bulk, they just want rid.
Yeah.
And they're happy to take a bit of a hit, and that's totally fine. I'd actually been speaking to Kodap about his players, and in short, I've said this many, many times, here's how I value them. You might look at the valuations and go, I don't like them, and he didn't like them. It was very amenable, the way we spoke about it. We were just too far apart. I went, totally fine, mate, because honestly, I think you'll sell for what you're looking for. This is what I am comfortable spending X amount. That's what it is. So when I saw you'd picked all that stuff up, I was actually quite happy because A, there's some really good players there, and B, Kodap's a really sound guy, and he was really reasonable about that conversation, because I've had conversations with other people where they basically tell you where to go put yourself, and I'm like,
what's the need?
Well, exactly. Fine. I never usually contact them. They contact me.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's fine.
We could, because I got him and he says, well, I think this is the valuation.
Yeah.
And I went through it myself and I was like, well, I think this is the valuation. And he was like, you know what, I'm happy with that.
And that's it's all subjective.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, they're all worth nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Technically speaking, it is the attributed value you put on them, and if you own them, what value you put against them. Like I've had someone come to me, I want to buy this player. Okay, how much do you want for him? This much. That's way too much. Okay, that's how much I value him, though.
Yeah.
I know it's more than market average, but I value him that highly. I don't want to sell him. If you want to buy him, that's the price.
Yeah.
That's fine. It is what it is. Right, let's go on to some clubs then. So the main one, actually, I'll show Dow team at the moment because I'm punching big time here at the moment. We're currently sat up in third, but look how tight this league is. 3 points off the top, but 3 less points takes me down to here, and I'm only 6 points. Only 6 points. Only 6 points from the relegation playoff thing. So you know what I mean. It's a really tight league that, but I've been picking up some good results. Silver Club. We're getting a bit dizzy up here at the moment. We're not sure how we're managing it, but we're managing it. We're also now 2-0 up at half time in the cup.
7th?
11th.
Fucking hell. Nice.
We're currently sat up here. Yeah, we've really have strengthened this season. We actually moved the goalkeeper I had on loan. A guy called Johnny owned him. He loaned him to me when he was 84. This is a guy who showed that the mad progression. Into my bronze team, I came to him because I was reporting on his progress. So, mate, if you want to move him so he's more competitive, I'll promote him to my my silver team, so he's playing better people, just so you can keep that progression. Because he's also trying to sell him. He actually sold him very recently for.
100. He's on my watch list. I've been watching him for a little while. So yeah.
Same, because we were discussing it. I know he wanted that sort of figure for him, and it's way more than I would want to pay, mate. But that's fine. I'm still going to look after him, make sure he keeps growing is what I'm after for. But yeah, much stronger team this season up here, but we've got some really good players. An assistant that I'm really happy with. It's really competitive. I mean, in this game last night, I don't know how it ended up being that they scored 2, but one of my co-owners was like, this pressing from the front is incredible because we got 2 goals out of it. Like, just 2 or 3 players pressuring the guy on the ball. And that's what I like the system about. It's way more aggressive. Peacock team just gone through in the cup, so we're now through to the quarters in this one. Sitting in 5th, again, fairly tight, but there's a lot of draws at the start of the season when I was working out my tactics, which is really hampering me. We go all the way back. I'm not going to bother because we'll have all the cup things, won't we? Masters and all that. Keto, again, they managed to go through the cup by prioritising the league because we're currently sat top in this league here. Moved things around to strengthen that one slightly. And to be honest, it's not really worth us going through all of them. I did it last week. So I won't bore everyone with that right now. But overall now as well, I don't know about you boys with the Masters, but pain in the arse this one for the top for the Dow team trying to get them qualified. But I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 out of my 20 are in the Masters now. Can play in the Masters. So, yeah, I don't know how you boys are doing on with that one, but, yeah, I'm looking forward to the Masters.
I've got all mine qualified, except for Newton Heath, because I've just...
Right.
Like, they're an underpowered ice team, so I'd be going up against Stern teams, so it's just like, there's no point. I'll just play in the Classic. That's
the same with my silver. I don't, because I only have one chance to throw a team in there anyway, and I'm trying to get the gold team in there, and I've lost in the final twice. And you have to win it to get qualified, which is fine. It's like one of the upper echelons. Fine, no issue. The lower league ones have been easy. It's just like get to the last 16. So some of them have had like 10 attempts and eventually got to the last 16 and qualified. Fine, don't care. How about you, Root? You got many through yet?
3 out of the 5 are through at the minute.
Nice.
Can't get the other 2 through. Just cannot do it.
It's not that deep for me.
I think they'll just end up staying in Classic if that's the way it goes. We've got about 10 days left, I think, have we? 9 days left.
I'm winning 4-1 with my silver team in the cup. I've just seen the goal I've scored. I would be fuming with my goalkeeper. It's awful. Awful. Give me a second.
What
game.
Is beautiful, I mean, we're probably going to talk about this with the engine changes. I've noticed there's not a lot of these horrific goals so far.
Oh, this is awful. I'd be fuming.
Oh, the keeper saved.
I'd be fuming, honestly. And I've had them this season, so yeah.
Through his hands.
Through his hands. And we've managed to rest players in this because obviously with us how well we're doing in the league, I'm trying to prioritise the league, so I've properly rested the club there, and we've managed to go through in the cup. So yeah, it didn't go so well with the lower league teams. There was a lot of them getting knocked out in pens. You weren't there actually when me and Bruce were talking just before the pod route. I was watching a penalty shootout. It was my 5th or 6th penalty because everyone kept missing. My goalkeeper stepped up.
Really?
I was like, what? And he
what?
bagged it. He bagged it
Really?
and saved 4 penalties. And he won us the game. So I was like, fair play.
Love that.
Take that.
Just noticed 352B on your silver team.
No.
Oh, what was the format? Was that the other team? It looked like
4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1, or one of the new teams I required. It's 4-3-3-D.
No, okay.
But yeah, I've got 3-5-2-B in the locker, and it is an option for some of the teams because I do really like it. But I've discovered which teams it does well against. It doesn't do very well against a 4-2-4 if you're not careful.
To be fair, I've not played against the 4-2-4.
That's the one that catches it out. But there are a few formations I like. My 4-2-3-1 is weaker against these ones, and I have used it here and there sparingly. But I'm approaching silver this season of beat me.
Yeah.
That's how I'm approaching it this season, because previously it was like I was working with average 83-84 team in silver, which is a reasonable bronze team, and so it's a case of I need to work out a way to not get beaten.
Yeah,
that's how we did it. So yeah, all looking pretty cushy.
Shall I show the Ron John stuff?
Yeah, go for it, mate. Don't forget the Ron
I
John
want to
stuff.
touch on it just before, but that
Go on.
Goldie, if you get them to plat, mate, that's going to be class. Surely they've got to let you keep going, haven't they?
I think they're quite happy. I think they're quite happy with me running that one, because at one point I think they were considering selling it, because a silver club with the size of the clubs they've got and everything else, they were considering doing that. They gave it one more go, and I ran it, and now it's going okay this season.
Yeah.
But that can change very quickly when you look at that table. Root, if you're all right, I'm going to the bathroom super quick while you say the Rondon stuff.
Sure, no problem. Okay, so this one's mine. We are in 10th in the Ron John Challenge, 4 points out of safety. Looks like we are kind of inconsistent, which is to be expected.
Yeah.
But I think we expected to be right at the rock bottom, to be honest, with all our clubs.
We're all overperforming, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. So I think I didn't do any tactic change at the mid-season with him in the end, because I just thought I'll just leave it. Just let it ride out, because a bit like what you were saying, just a bit back, things change at the halfway point anyway.
Yeah.
Or they feel like they do. So, and then the next tab I've got is Mr. K's, because this is just the order in the list. He is definitely doing good.
Yeah.
So he's 19. He's 8 points clear of relegation.
Bad run since the break, though.
Yeah.
2 losses since the break. That's not good. But
yeah, that's not good.
Engine's the same, though, boys. Engine's the same.
And then you're doing well as well. So sorry about that. You're 12 points, so 2 above relegation.
Awful goal difference, though. Jesus Christ.
I know. That's insane, isn't it? Scored 13, 36 against. That's mad. But you still you went through in the cup and then went out. Yeah, but that's still good though, because that form in the cup's good. I think that's decent, to be fair. That's decent.
Yeah, that's the one where one of Mr. K's teams in there, innit? So he could absolutely hamper me if he just shuts me down the entire game. Don't let him get any crosses. Don't let him get any shots. Just. Oh, you're muted, mate.
Boo, schoolboy error. Am I winning the Ron John Challenge still?
We don't know, do we? We don't know.
We don't know. In terms of league position, then you are doing really the best.
Well.
Yeah.
I think Bruce is just behind you in it. I think in
Default
the
FC. We love it. We love Default FC.
I so can't wait for club delegation. It's just going to make that Ron John Challenge so much more fun for us.
Yeah,
it really is, literally.
When we can tweak and do stuff
And if we get that, and then like you say, lesson learned is if we can do the drafting almost as quickly as early as possible. So
from what I think he'll do is he'll probably, because he's already setting his teams up for it, where they're all they've got the national. So we won't have to draft. It'll just be choose your team. And
cool.
We'll have that, and it'll just be the full.
Nice.
Because he's already set quite a few of them up.
Yeah,
that I can see.
Oh, that's good then. Yeah, cool.
Right then, moving over on to, let's have a look. Where are we up to? Club. Yeah, we're going on to topic of the week now. So now we're talking about their club delegation. I think a lot of people are hoping for that, especially those who've got a few clubs, are looking forward to that. But now we have got club offers alive in game, so we can now offer directly for a club. I discovered this by accident actually before they announced it, because I was looking at a team I was playing in one of the Masters games, and it showed view club page or make an offer. I thought, and I messaged in the Discord that was the case, and the next thing I knew, Jimbo was posting it on Twitter as well. A few people have picked up on it, and then they announced it this Friday just gone, which I think is a nice development. Anything to add on that one for you boys?
Just makes things easier than going to Flirty. I think any time we have to go to Flirty, especially for people who don't understand that stuff or anything like that, it just makes it better that it's all in house. I think so.
And for those people you just can't get hold of, they don't have a Discord, they don't have absolutely anything.
It's fine.
And I like the fact as well, you can even send an offer, obviously, a bit like players, obviously, that when a team isn't even listed.
Yeah.
So I'm like keeping an eye, as you know, on that Nashville Wizards. Obviously,
have you not sent an offer yet?
Not yet, being a bit twatish, like I said in the last pod, hoping he gets relegated. Sorry. Then he's in Spark and he's like, I'll get rid of this club now. It's not what I wanted. I'm back down in Flint or wherever he's in. So I think he's in Ice at the minute. So then I'm going to offer at the end of the season, probably. Not like a low ball. I generally would pay more than the market value for it, which is like what I did for my whole licence, because that's the way things work. Like, it's the value of a club to you, like we said before.
Yeah.
So, the Nashville licence is the last one that I need in my locker that I want. So, I'm not saying I pay double, quite clearly, but I pay more than what it is on the market. Like, I've said that to everybody I've reached out to in the past, like, quite happily. A bit like you're doing, Mr. K, with your buying, like, 60% under the value, because that's the way it works. I'd pay over the value for that. Because,
absolutely, the inverse can be the same. I mean, just touching on that super quick. Again, I reiterate it all the time. I give people advice, not just this is how much I pay. I don't think it's the best option. It's an option if it's a case of I want out. I just want out. And then I'm willing to assume that it's not the best position to be in if you're trying to sell like that, because you're not in a strong negotiating hand if you're actively looking to sell everything. But on the club licenses bit, I can see a world where you see a team that's done really well in a league where they're getting a lot of MFL, and then suddenly an offer comes in at the end of the season before rewards come out because someone wants that for the MFL.
Yeah.
Interesting. Or the inverse, a decent license that's getting relegated, and someone's like, well, I want that locale. I'm willing to offer because you're going to go down now, and you might give you the funds to go then buy a club in the division you want to be competing in. It's a really interesting one, that one for me.
Well, because that's the thing, isn't it? If they've only got one or two clubs, if they get relegated, they're not potentially going to want to play that whole season and then play as all age again in a division lower. So if they could, if they're not precious about the license, because a lot of people aren't, just sell it and buy one in that, because it's only going to be a few dollars difference anyway, because the divisions are that close in terms of the cost you'd sell and buy for. And like I said, for someone like me that's willing to pay above what probably the value is, you're probably going to still have money in your pocket when you buy a replacement team if you don't care about location, I guess. But I think it's a good thing. I think, like you said, but just on that agency buying, that's like what happens in like your SoRes and stuff anyway, innit? Like with the bots and stuff, you send a thing out, I want to get rid of all my players as quickly as possible because I need out of the game, and they give you like 60, 70, 80% of the value, whatever it is, because they need to. Same as anything in life. If you're going to buy, you've got a lot of the time you want to be able to make something back. So I think what you two are doing, and I know Bruce just did it recently, and I looked at all them players and I was like, wow, that's a lot of good players in there. Like you said, irrelevant of age because they got the good ID. And you've got a good deal, and he's happy because he's got what he wants as well. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Well, the next topic of the week was the engine changes that they've announced, and it's in regards to the new version of the experimental engine, which I know you boys, I believe, have been testing for Tactics Corner, which is our next topic. I will just go over it super quick, and then it'll probably the points that I cover might lend itself nicely to anything you've observed while you've done your tactic testing, because I know Jimbo goes in real big depth when he does his pod and stuff. But the reduced excessive shot volume, especially for high overall teams. Improved success rate in 1-versus-1 situations. Is that for shooting? Is that for like Jules one-on-one defending against a winger and stuff like that? That'll be interesting because that one, I'm assuming one-on-one with a goalkeeper is what they're alluding to. Refined marking system that avoids marking offside opponents. I've seen this and I've been watching goals and gone, why are my fullbacks marking 20 yards behind my CBs who are marking someone? It's just weird. And then the ball goes over the top behind my centre-backs and I'm like, what the hell? Subtle adjustments to metrics, player stats, formation, and instructions for better overall balance. Started working on several changes based on people's feedback. On the analytics side, we switched to a new tool for reviewing official match metrics. I'm curious about that one.
I'm very curious about that.
Data-led, I'm really interested. And they started working on the mid-season report and scheduled for release next week, which will be interesting, because I do like reading through them.
It'll be interesting to see if it's any different to last season's mid-season report, because apparently there's been no changes, so you'd expect it to be almost the same, wouldn't you, really? Like, I mean, theoretically, it should be the same.
Genuinely, yes.
Well,
It should be the same.
They usually sort of report like across the entire metaverse, as it were, the sort of average goals, average conceded, average of whatever. But I suppose what might be interesting and a potential change is people have had 2 seasons, or 1.5 seasons, to play around with the engine, to rebuild teams, to tweak formations and stuff. So I would imagine some change, but it shouldn't be black and white sort of change. It should be fairly within a range of being close, you would think. But that takes us nicely onto our tactics corner then, boys. So this week's voted formation was the 3-4-3. We put the poll up in our Discord. I think we give everyone a couple of days at least, don't we usually, Root? With a deadline.
Days.
Deadline is usually around the Friday to give the three of us sort of a couple of days to test on the chosen tactic. If you do want to get in on that or ask questions for the pod, again, join the Discord. It's tweeted all over the show, so make sure you find the link there. But this week's was the 3-4-3. So before we dive in, boys, how did you find it?
Loved it.
I liked it.
I liked it.
But I did my testing slightly different this time. So that's why probably I liked it.
I knew I'd like it. I knew I'd like it because I liked the 3-4-2-1 we did last time, and I wanted to see if it could be similar in some way. And I really liked the 3-4-2-1 because I used it a lot last season.
Well, I did my tactic testing differently because I'm sick of having to go into a pod going, I've got no effing wingers. So I did it through the training match way that I said you could do it through, where you can still see the matches that you've played and all that stuff. And I'll share that when I get to mine. I don't want to go. I'll go probably second this time. But I enjoyed it because I could actually have players that play in the position, and it does make a difference. Like, trust me, I know I've gone on about that for like 14, 15 episodes, but the way I've done it now, if I don't have the right players in any of my clubs, I will do it that way. It's actually quite cool, to be able to play with players that I've loaned out to people. Because,
did you not find the discrepancy in opponent
No.
overall? You didn't?
No.
Oh,
No.
That's good.
They were all like, a couple of them were better, a couple of them were worse, and some were about the same. So like if I was like 74s across the board, they were like 73, 72, 75, 76, whatever, and there were varied tactics. So there's a 4-4-2 in there, a 3-5 whatever, and there was all sorts in there. So they're all varied. A diamond one was in there, so I think I even went at 5 at the back maybe at one point. So I think I did about 7 or 8 games, and they were all varied and all close as well. And the good thing was, because I was doing that, I mean, I'll just show mine first, shall I, since I'm talking about it. Like,
go for it, mate. Go for it.
What's the point? Not. So seeing as they were all similar in my players, I didn't see the drop down in my players. Like what happens normally when you do a random map. So it's this top line is the ones in the training. So obviously I hadn't seen this over here before, past matches. Don't know how I'd missed it. So I was doing tactics, messing around before, and I didn't even realise I can just click there. And that's just pretty nice and easy. And it also doesn't, just goes in the other place. So I just call them rum lads. So we got a draw, a win, a draw, a win, and a win. All fairly comfortable for all those ones. I think that I changed the tactic once here, kept it the same, changed it, didn't work, went back. So literally from the second or third game, that tactic is the same as those 3 tactics. And this one I made one slight change with. But it works the same. You just, like you say, can go into, for anybody that doesn't do it this way, you can still go in, see the team, see the formation they're playing, see all the stats, just exactly as you would normally. I don't know, I only played this one earlier, so I don't know. 74,
I've not used that
71,
feature probably since the second season. Start of the second season that I played, that's when I did it quite a bit. Yeah,
so it worked really well, and I like the fact that I can pick from all my agency.
Yeah, any player you're on, isn't it?
I've never played with this guy before, or this guy, or this guy, or this guy, to be honest, because they're loaned out, because I don't use wingers. So this was what I came up with. So I've got my usual setup pretty much for this, but slightly higher depth than I normally would play, and slightly lower width than I would normally play, in my narrow, ironically. And then a similar setup here. And then for my team, I've got my striker, again like I do my normal striker, balanced long shots, conservative passing and more offensive. And then my two wingers, I went for high freedom and more aggressive to try and win the ball back. My left mid and my right mid, I went with risky passing and more aggressive. So similar, just trying to win the ball back in these areas on the side by being aggressive. All I did with these ones was risky and more defensive on one to try and get him to like come back and hold, and more offensive on the other one to get him to push in the hole. And like there was just triangles when I was watching it. I loved it. I literally loved it. I was like, maybe I need some wingers. Maybe I need to play this. Maybe I need to stop being boring and playing the same formation across all my clubs. I loved it. Literally loved watching it. And then defence, I kept one on more defensive, the left side and the right side on more defensive. And then this one I put on conservative, more defensive, but also low. So he just didn't go that far. And then the keeper was just play out of defence. I didn't put controls on him this time, I just put play out of defence. So I just did slightly different on that. Probably I did that because I kind of just was happy for him to play out, but instead of always being controlled, I wanted him to be able to maybe take a slightly longer pass to out here. And it just played really well. I liked the idea of this bit where I had one on defensive and one on attacking. It really looked, it kind of like moved that middle shape into a diamond when it needed to be. And then these kind of came inwards and these kind of guys went up on the wings. So it just looked really, really well. And like you say, I think to answer your question, Mr. K, of what you were saying a second ago around the new match engine, because they're all on it, I definitely noticed less shots. Like in that tactic that I normally would in a 3 at the front tactic is what I noticed. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if anybody else did. Like normally, even in tactics corner when I've not been particularly doing well because I hadn't had the players, I've still had like 20 odd shots if I've had 3 up top. I think I had that 12 on the one you saw, and I think the others were similar as well. But I really enjoyed playing it, watching it. And like you say, I'm definitely an advocate of that training feature now, because I know I can go to past matches, use all my agency as well, which is really nice to be able to do.
So yeah, given the size and the agency you've got as well, you can use it for going, theoretically, my best team.
Yeah.
Who would I want and what formation? You
Yeah.
can play around with it there with the players and go, okay, I definitely want to keep these guys this season. I don't want to loan them because I've got use for them for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
cool.
that left winger, that he was unbelievable. And like I never played with wingers, and I was like, he just played so well when I was watching him, and I was like, yeah. And I think the striker that I've got in the middle, he clearly likes to have the wingers near him, because in my other formation he does score goals, but he was way more prolific in that one, even across that short sample size. It was interesting as well because one of the wingers is more of a. The only thing I didn't get to figure out, because I'm not, like you say, I don't ever play with wingers. One on the right is really good at passing and shit at shooting, and one on the left really good at shooting and shit at passing. So I probably needed to mess around maybe with changing that a little bit. But overall, well happy with it.
Nice. Did I jump into yours, Bruce?
Can do, mate. So this one for me was just carnage. I loved it. I did love it. Where did I start? It was this one here, and my first setup. And I put my two left and right mids, I put them on high positional freedom. And after this game, I very quickly turned it off. I mean, it helps with attack, but it did not help with defence. So I took that off, and I set it up very similar to the same way I'd set up my 3-5-2, which is also, and it kind of works a similar way, in that it just, because I press with a high line, it overloads everyone. You get the ball back, and then the left and right mid push up, the wingers come in, and I've got like 3 strikers with 2 right. It worked so well. As you can see, the results were very good. There was, I didn't want to click that. The results were all very good. I was quite happy with how it looked, how it played. I've worked out very quickly. Don't try to be too defensive, because it's great for attack, this formation. And I think if I had faster centre-backs, my centre-backs aren't very fast. Not at this level anyway. 69, 56 and 63. It's not very fast at this level. If they were faster, I'd probably be more tempted to use it, but right now I think it feels very glass cannon-y. Like, I can score plenty, but I also know there's a very big risk that I can concede a lot. So I'll go into the team instructions. I pulled them very, very narrow, because wanted all three attackers to be right in the box and just get my width from the left and right mid. I played it controlled, take less long shots. Crossing I put on balanced because it's very effective in this engine. Dribbling, I'm probably going to start on this as well because it seems a little more effective now. Attacking tendency, I put them on more offensive. I think if you play this formation and put it on more defensive, I think you're pissing in the wind. I don't think this is if you want to play defensive, this isn't the formation for you. Pick a different formation. Very, very high line. Compactness just a little bit over halfway, and then I went the usual here for the trigger press. Aggressiveness balance and clearances, play out of defence. Keeper is same as always. The defenders, I told them to dribble less often, conservative passing and more defensive. Had all of them the exact same. With these ones, as I said, I had them on high positional freedom to start with, but that just left me way too open at the back, so I took that off. I've told them to cross more often, dribble more often, and I put them on balanced attacking tendency. This guy, I just put him on high positional freedom. I want him going up and down. And this one, I told him to sit balanced and do risky passing. Not a massive fan of risky passing on this engine, but I figured for that one guy, have him as a deep lying playmaker, and it seemed to do okay. For my right wing, cross more often, dribble more often, and more offensive. For the left wing is slightly different. Told him to cross less because he's passing shit, but told him to dribble and shoot balanced and more offensive. And then my striker, just more offensive and balanced on the shots. And like I said, it worked. It didn't feel as defensively stable as the 3-5-2B does, but it seemed way better in attack.
You show me your wingers again, Bruce. On the front two
which
wingers,
one?
left, just both left and right.
So that's the left one.
So because he's not very good. Okay, got it.
Yeah, because he can't pass. He's got 59 passing. He's a goal scorer. I don't want him passing, so I took him Chris less often, but dribble and more offensive. But this one, this guy's my playmaker.
Yeah, got it.
And I've got these guys. I'll just show you how perfectly I've got these guys doing exactly what I want. Because I'll show you in the league. And if you look at the top scorers, my left wing and my striker, 16 and 13. And then if you look here, 15 assists for this guy. So I've got them doing exactly what I want them to do. And it just works perfectly. And I've done that in this as well. Like the right side was a lot more creative, while the other one was a goal scorer. But then having the two left and right mids coming in to support, pushing them narrow, so it's just three in the box, and then them guys acting as the wingers. Oh, it's lethal. It is really lethal. A lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I found this with this tactic. I was like, I liked the 3-4-2 one, like I said previously, the one that we tested previously with the two centre forwards. Used that a lot in Spark and Flint last season to great success, overachieving. So I set it up to a similar way to that, but I wanted to be more attacking because this just seems like a very, very aggressive attacking formation, and that's what I played for it for. So starting here with the Philadelphia game, and we'll just cycle through the results. So there's lots of wins, but there's lots of goals. That's what I was noticing. I was scoring a lot, I was conceding a lot in games, and there was games where I'm like, I'm conceding a crazy amount of goals from very little because I'm giving them good opportunities because of how aggressive I'm playing. I mean, there was a 10-1 win in there. I know. I did share it in the Discord because I thought it was quite funny. XG. Yeah. 9.48 XG, but with 28 shots. It's just bonkers. But yeah, in terms of going through, just take it back for a second. So that's that one. Went through a little spell of just losing games. Like, I lost a game here 4-2, and I was like, I wasn't the worst team. Played them again 1-3-1. It is a bit of a coin flip. You're right with the glass cannon sort of formation. It is a bit risky with the way you're playing it. Let's go into the tactic itself and have it loaded. 1 second. That's the 4-3-3-D. Let's put it back on again. So if we just look at my centre-backs in terms of pace, there's one with 72 pace, one with 64, one with 53. Yeah. They're not blessed for pace, and that's something I would prioritise. If I wanted to run this on the regular, you need the pace to get back, and I would also want the physicality to be there. I don't need them doing anything else. They win the ball, and they get the fuck rid of it. That's the play. So, if we go for the team instructions, kept it fairly equal, because I tested sort of more narrow, more wide, didn't see a massive degree of variance, so I went away from it. Played controlled, less long shots, dribble less, and I wanted the me more. My offensive, you see the defensive line still pushed up, this is where the goal's coming from, and we're really aggressive on the press. But what we are doing is we're getting the ball into the box a lot, these wide men, these wingers and the striker are getting so many chances because we keep slinging it in. Goalkeeper, I like to play, especially when playing controlled. He controls it and plays out the back. Centre-backs, they're just on low positional freedom, as I recall. Yeah, all three of them, low positional freedom, keep it steady. In the middle, just less long shots. I don't think I put risky passing on. I tried it, wasn't seeing massive advantage from doing it, so I thought, take it back off again. The right mid, right wing and left wing are all the same. Cross more often, risky and high. Cross more, risky and high. You'll see the pattern here. And what it did mean is they do come back and help, but because I don't think I had a more offensive. No, the team was on more offensive, so I was just like, we'll just go with it. And the striker, cross less often, conservative passing and high positional freedom. But honestly, because they're constantly just slinging the ball in over and over again, we create so many opportunities. But you can see, soon if this breaks down sort of here as we're moving forward through the lines and controlled, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Especially if they've got more players, or if they're matching man-to-man, they've got 3 forwards, or they've got like a 4-2-4, or whatever it is, it can really backfire. But no, really like this formation. It creates so many chances, but I think you have to have the right players in the right orders, and I also would think that these centre mids are not bad for this level because I chose ones for very particular reasons in terms of they had a tiny bit of pace, but they could pass, and they could also do a little bit of defending. They're fairly well rounded. If you had one trick pony centre mids, I wouldn't fancy your chances because they're not going to help defensively at all. So yeah, that was the 3-4-3. I liked it. I thought it was a really fun one to play around with. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the next one is. I think for now I'll stick on the current engine if people want to use it, but it might be moving forward I'll move on to the experimental engine. Just to match you guys and also start getting a feel for the new engine myself as to what I'm going to do next year. So yeah, we've fired through that one fairly quick. Usually we're on it for a bit longer, but I think we've got it down to a T these days. Making plenty of time for the community questions because we've got loads of them. So now we're moving on to our player progression spotlight. So we'll include our...
I think that's the good thing though. If we are... The pace we're at is good because the community questions, I love that section as well. Yeah. And we chucked in at first and we only had 1 or 2, so it was like 5 minutes in the agenda. And now it's like I've bumped it right out because I want to make sure we're having the time for it. So even if we're speeding through a little bit of our season in the tactics corner because we're getting comfortable with it, having like 15, 20 minutes on questions, which is what we've been having in the last few, has taken us straight back to where we normally would end the pods anyway. So it's perfect now. It's running real nice.
Yeah. Well, before I was rudely interrupted by Root, we are moving on to the next section, the player progression spotlight. And it'll include our common/limited to rare or more. I think, as I recall, I've not seen a massive amount of progression on the limited player that I picked up this season. I've forgotten about my common player, that guy I've still got in dev jail. I'm not sure how he's doing. So how's progression going for you boys? Anybody you boys want to shout up? Any further improvements, Bruce? Sorry, because you were not feeling the love last week.
It's still the same on my main team, on the Black Mamba. I won a game last night, 5-0, and I thought surely someone's going to get something. Great match ratings, loads of goals, clean sheet. Someone's got to get something. Not a fucking sniff. Nothing. Wow. And I'm just like, what have I got to do?
Yeah.
How is it so slow? Like, last season they progressed great, and then this season they're just, nah, we're not going to do anything. And I'm great, fantastic. But I've had decent progression lower down. It's starting to come through, which is cool. I just don't know why my main team, especially considering how well we're playing, I don't get it. Especially after matches. Any progression they get is after training. After matches, it just doesn't seem to move at all, no matter how good they've played. I don't know if anybody else has found that.
No. Sorry.
Weird.
I've noticed sometimes when I'm going, I want to see how a team has done, just finished playing, and I check like progression after a game. And if another team has kicked off and hasn't finished yet, I will sometimes see progression on those players in that game. It's like it's already calculated before the game is finished.
Right.
I've noticed that. So when a person's got a rate, when
that.
Someone's got a bit of progression in the game, I'm finished, I'm going, have they done well in that game? By and large, 8% of the time, yes. They have a good game, but the game might have only just kicked off. It's a bit of a weird one. I'm not a massive fan of that, if I'm honest. But
that can't even be a thing, surely. That just can't.
I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen a game kick off. Gone to while that game's kicking off, I'll just go see how progression's done.
You may as well give me the progression before the game starts as well. Then.
Well, to be fair, it is kind of weighted that way, isn't it? Because it's sort of like if you play 80% of the games, then you'll get 100% match XP. So if your guy doesn't play 80% of the games, he's not going to get 100%. But how do you know until the season's ended?
So and also match ratings.
Yeah, there's got to be an element, and then the match rating is just a bonus on top. Like, maybe? Because, it's...
You can
I would argue, before a game kicks off, the result has been calculated. The kick-off is a visual representation of the calculations and the result. It's not like they're live doing it, because we can't impact it. We can't change it. Once it's played, we're watching a replay, effectively. We're watching it
but
live,
I still don't like
replay.
it. I'm sorry. Don't like it.
Okay.
I mean, at this rate, if someone goes into training and they don't get me anything, I want to be able to shout at him and go back out, kick a few more balls, pal. Because,
oh my God.
I know we've already calculated, but, there's still a chance. It just can't happen. No, I'm not having this. This is not.
Right.
I'm not going to go into full rant mode, but I am not wanting to see a +1 when the game is just kicked off.
But I've noticed it a few times, because it's like, it'll be like the Stone game's kicking off in my league, and I've got 3 of them now. So while they're sort of kicking off, and I'm like, I'll check in rather than watching all of them. I'll just see, how did Flint and Spark do for progression? Because I'd literally put this in, put the custom 4 to 8 hours in, click the overall, then click here and see what's happened. And I'll see players who are playing in the Stone team with a +1, and I haven't seen the game finish yet. So I'm like, okay, here's what it is.
I'm fully happy if it's changing during a match, right? Like the ones on the side during, and so it's almost live. But I can't have a match kick off and he gets the +1. He could go get a red card, and he's like after 1 minute, and he's already got his progression. No,
it's the calculations. The calculations taking
Sorry,
place.
MFL, not having it.
Well, I've seen it numerous times because I thought that was interesting. So sometimes I'm tempted to go check progression as a game's. So it's first half, it's half time. I go check progression because why not? Might as well. Anyway, if I go for the last 7 days in terms of progression, that striker that I've got at the beginning of the season got his first stat increase.
Hey.
He's up to 93 shooting.
Love that.
His stats are so good, man. Like
he can surely only be 1 stat. I thought the 1 shooting would make him Lego, but he can only be a stat away from it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he's just had a really good game in the cup. He scored a goal. I think he finished on a 7.9 or something. Nothing more just as of yet. This guy, he's quite an old. Is that the old ID, the new ID? I can't remember now. But he was a late mint. He was a 28 rated mint.
That's
and they got
new. That's new ID.
Yeah, it's a new one. But he keeps progressing. He keeps progressing. He's out on loan though because he wasn't getting game time. This guy's absolutely flying the right back. He's one I picked up at the start of the thingy, so he's got a really good sort of progression history. But if you're looking at him for a right back, he's got 97 defending now. I mean, if I go for current season, I think he's gone 2. Yeah, he's gone 2. +2 in his defending, +4 in dribbling. He's ticking on quite nicely. Again, let's just go the last 7 days. Just go overall. This guy was sort of one of these, it's a crap pull, whatever. Just chuck him on a team, he rotates. I've got 2 defenders with the 3 defenders rotating. So he's been playing more this season, and he's gone up 2 this year, and he seems to be getting quite a few stats in there. He keeps improving his fucking shooting for some reason, but there you go.
They always do, it's annoying.
I know.
Strikers getting defending. It's like, why are you doing that training at all? Piss off.
This guy, beginning of the this was MFL Uncommon Pack, because I got one for the Yorkshire Tea XP team, so I'll open myself one. Got this guy, he's gone +2 this week in Dev Jail after not really doing a whole lot this season. But it's his first season, he's just gone boop all of a sudden.
Is that 16 or 18?
18.
That's still
18.
Still good.
6'4". So yeah, not doing too bad, but it's volume of players I suppose I've got. This guy in the last 7 days, he's also been in dev jail. He's ticking on. He's 17 years old. Put him in dev jail this season. He's just flying. But yeah, overall, one of my youngsters, my 19-year-old CDM, he's up to 81 now. He can also play centre-back to a pretty decent level. And who did I pick up as well? Oh, I got this guy in one of the deals that I picked up because I thought I was quite happy with how he sort of looked, and he's been progressing a little bit. Picked him up, first game, because he's on loan somewhere, he went to Rare, so that's quite a nice one for next season. So yeah, overall current season, what I'm just going to do super quick is do this and work out, because that guy that I was showing you was like +6 this season or something daft. He's I don't think he's really been picking anything up now. I think he's sort of tapped out now with it. So how many players is that? 226 out of 563 have got a +1. It's a good percentage.
Yeah.
It's a really good percentage. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I've been happy with my progression so far this season. It's always the upper echelons where you're looking for really the stat increases, but realistically, it's going to be slower.
What's your raw to rare?
Raw to rare, the limited guy. Let me go find him. I know his name's Sunlightner. Where are you, sir? What are you doing? Fucking thing. Formatting on this thing sometimes. He is not improved any further from last week. He's got +1 shooting. He's done +1 since we packed him. And he's improved in shooting over the last 7 days. And he's ticking on. He plays regularly, but nothing more. And that other guy that's in dev jail from previous, where's he at? He was like here somewhere. There he is. He's still at 63. I don't know if he's improved this season, to be fair.
That's crazy because he was going up so well last season for him to
yeah. He's picked up 3 stats this season. He's got 1 in pace, 1 in passing, 1 in defending, no +1.
Oh.
Wow.
It's like he's tapped out. He's sort of had that rapid progression curve and then just levelled.
I mean, I'd expect that at 64 because of tier jail, but he's one away from it, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have just milked him too early. How about you, Root?
Let's have a look.
Forecast 201,000k MFL. I've done it. I've just updated MFL after cup runs.
Hey, get to a final in a cup. A couple of the higher level cups, you might get your Lego pack.
And fingers crossed, I'm looking at flash scores now. Leeds had conceded late on, and now we've got big chance flashing up on flash scores, so we might be equalising. Fingers crossed. Apparently, we've just equalised.
Yeah.
I
can hear it in the living room. So, right, okay. So yeah, I've had not too bad of a week. Last 7 days, a couple of 3+2s, loads of +1s, loads of people in the dev centre this last week picking up on stuff. So really happy with that. And my limited guy that we got in the pack, he's gone up a +1 this week, so I'll take that. He's doing okay. He actually got an incredible assist in Docksides, either last game or the game before, straight over the top to the edge of the box, and the guy was there just to volley it in the top bin, so it was absolutely beautiful. So that was a nice watch. And then for the season, I'll show a couple of things here. One, this is obviously got a couple of +3s. This keeper, he wasn't even going to be the starting keeper here because he's not even 6 foot. I've got a keeper that's actually a year younger in the same team and 6'5", I think. But this guy is like progressing, and back to what you guys said to me, if they're doing it, keep playing him. Yeah. So he's now the starter regardless of his height because he's doing what he needs to do. So yeah, he's just literally now the starter for that whole team. That guy's in the dev centre, so he's doing really nice in the dev centre. 21-year-old, he's only 51 rated, but he's having a good time at the minute, so that's quite good. And then like chunky load of +2s, +1s. Probably do what you sort of like said. Have a quick look. Let's see where we're at. So what was that? 94 out of 201. So that's about half, isn't it? Pretty much, give or take. So that's not too bad on progression. What I then wanted to show for progression-wise is this guy on this other tab, the guy I've got on loan from McBride, who I've given a nice +4 to, and tier broke him this season while I've had him on loan. First time I've had him on loan. I should have bought this guy. Clearly the one you don't buy is the one that smashes it.
So you're going to buy him, yeah?
I haven't got him. I'm trying to. But McBride's not going to sell him cheap.
Nice.
I mean, let's have a look. So I obviously got him here.
What, is he the only player McBride's not selling?
Yeah, I mean, he does want a lot. It does want a lot for him. I think it's like, God, what's he got him listed at? $385.
Oof.
So, I mean, I think a lot of that's based on progression and stuff.
Yeah. But even so, I showed you that goalkeeper, but I know it's a goalkeeper. But even so...
yeah, it's a bit much. It's a bit much.
Yeah.
I think if I gave him the right offer, even if it was like considerably less than that, I'm sure he would sell him to me.
Reach around.
That would be on the cards as well. 2 of them if he needs it.
$200.
I'm happy to do £0 and unlimited reach arounds, to be fair. So that's also an option. But he's absolutely storming it in that cam position for my team.
Nice.
I don't think I'm going to get if the rum. Basically, I think the conversation we're having is if rum lads do go up for whatever reason, then I can probably have him back. But if obviously rum lads don't go up,
what level are rum lads in?
So they're in Stone, aren't they?
Stone. Yeah, if they go up, I might be able to help you out with a couple of players here and there. You have to have a look at my teams and stuff, but yeah, I might be able to help you out with the loaner too.
But my bride doesn't want him in Stone now, which is obviously fair because he
wants
to be
him
playing
to
a higher level,
compete
which I get.
Higher level. Yeah,
I'm fully happy with that. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's progression. I'm quite happy with it.
I would argue 78 until he hits the 80. Sony's a good level given the power curve. Because as soon as you hit to iron, if he's 78 in iron, he's not going to be a very strong player in there.
No.
And then the match ratings take a punishing. So I would say he needs to push on a little bit more before he goes to iron.
Might he, by the end of the season?
Yeah, exactly. If he's tipping on 80, I think he's worth going to iron. If not, it might hamper him a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we can convince him of that then if I don't go up to stay with me, so that's fine.
You're welcome. I'll try and help you out there.
Thank you.
Right, anything else on progression you boys want to cover before we jump into our community questions section of the Discord?
Just one good one that I got. I'll just show you.
Yeah, go for it.
I bought this goalkeeper the other day. 24, 6'3". He was an 84 rated. I bought him literally the next day. He tear broke.
Is this the guy part of the thing with Kodap, or is this separate to that?
No, this was separate.
Nice.
To this. I bought this days before.
How much? Out of curiosity.
He was 140. Yeah,
that's reasonable. Very reasonable.
The fact, I was expecting he's 84 and he's probably going to sit at tear break for a little while, but for them to tear break literally the next day, I'm like.
You go back on him for a second out of curiosity. Just go back on him. Let's have a little look. So he's 24. How long has he been in the game for?
He has been in the game since he was 20.
And it's fairly steady progression, so you can see him going to 87, 88 potentially long term. Yeah, that would be the batting average I'd hope for.
Yeah, with his age as well. I've got him for quite a while, I think.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, you got the longevity out of him, because that's the one area in my agency I need to invest.
Bit of you.
Because I don't have that. No, goalkeeper.
Oh, goal.
Really? I've got a lot of rares, and quite a lot of high-rated rares that are very, very young. But I don't have the quality goal. I think my best goalkeeper is 82.
So you need
that I own. Yeah. I don't own anything more. And when I've been looking what's available out there, I'm not seeing the value in what it is and how much it is. So I've been waiting. So if anybody has a goalkeeper that they're considering that is a Lego or otherwise, it's something I am going to be exploring. Because if I do that now and just go for 85 rated goalkeepers. I've kept an eye on one for a bit, but again, that guy had the height, so that's something else I'm interested in. There is one on at the moment that is 87 rated that I'm interested to a degree in, but it's like where do you want to sort of say I don't want to spend more than that?
What's his price?
It's a goalkeeper.
I imagine
he's at 255. This guy.
And how old is he?
27, 255. So I look at that now. He's not 27. He'll be 28 when I get him.
Yeah, that's
old ID as well. So there's that aspect to it. But again, it's more than I'd want to spend. But it's like how good the goalkeepers are, and what's out there available, because there's some very hefty prices behind players at the moment.
Well, I was going to say, if you compare that to the one I got, he's 24 and 84 rated, and I got him for 140. Like that, that's massively overpriced if you compare it to that, innit? Really?
Yeah. I'm kind of in the viewpoint I want to have the longevity out of them as well, but then I'm looking at the market and what's available. There is nothing.
Yeah.
Not anywhere near. We're looking at $500 for the sort of age that I'd ideally be going for as well.
They're sought after, though, aren't they, in the upper leagues? Because everyone needs a good goalkeeper. It's like, so they're very sought after.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, if I've got quite a few in my agency, obviously we've got MFL rewards at the end of the season. We've got the Masters with the XP we get from that. We've got the lottery tickets, the raffle ticket things that we'll get, and whatever's on that wheel. There's loads of stuff there. That's something I was considering the other day, actually, and I meant to look at. Rewards is usually distributed like a day or two after the season finishes, and then the rewards themselves are actually distributed and given to things after rollover day. Is rollover day after the Masters or before the Masters?
I think it's before, isn't it?
I'm having a look now.
Season
Qualifiers.
What? Christmas Eve?
Reward day. I'm not seeing rollover day in the usual place. Rewards day is
not?
Wednesday the 20. Rewards day is Wednesday the 24th of December. Then playoffs from the 26th, 27th, 28th. The transfer window finishes on the 30th of December. And the Masters starts round 1 and round 2 of the Masters. They're calling it Heroes on here. Holiday Heroes round 1 and 2, yeah. They start on the 30th of December.
Yeah, it's not
and
even
then
there.
move to January.
Rollover day isn't even there. So obviously, reward day comes first, and then obviously rollover day after.
But reward day, usually they won't open the store until rollover day occurs.
Surely
so we'll get rewards.
They're going to have to this season because.
But if they do, that means everyone's going to buy. If you choose to buy, every one of your guys, you'll get a week's worth of utility, and then they'll age. There's no way around that with the system. Yeah. So I'm expecting we'll get rewards. So you'll have the MFL. You'll play the Masters. We'll wait for all the Masters stuff to finish, and then the Holiday Heroes, whatever. Then we'll have rollover day after that's concluded. It's
going to be crap. The store being shut though.
For so long.
Yeah, that's a long time for it to be shut.
But you might be able to get some more MFL from the Masters. You've got the raffle tickets, there's all that. So it's only going to supplement whatever balance you do have. But it's something I did notice and I thought of and hadn't properly checked, sorry. So, yeah, interesting one, I think.
Yeah.
Right then, let's get into community questions because we have... How many have we got now, Root? Do you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 questions.
There was literally 2 an hour before we started.
Right, so we'll go for the first one from DQ Smooth. What is misophonia? Misophonia? I've not read that one out loud. Misophonia, that sound right? Mm-hmm. Is this why I freak out at the start of the pod with all the tea slurping, drinking noises? Is it only me that is special? And it also said lol, but I didn't feel the necessity to read out lol. But there we go.
I don't know what misophonia is, but I can.
I've not heard of it before.
It's like an emotional, physical reaction. So like by an annoying sound, basically. So it can cause him like stress or anxiety or.
Misophonia misophonia is a disorder where you can have decreased tolerance to specific sounds and things you can sense related to them.
So I imagine like because for me it's nails on a chalkboard, like scraping down a chalk, like
anything like that.
Yeah. No, you're not special. Yeah. Maybe with a tea slapping, but we're going to do it more now. Louder.
Not special.
Yeah, we're going to do
the next question you have to ask properly as well.
The next question I have to ask properly.
Yeah, make sure you say the name of the person that said it.
So I asked, will you get Yorkshire Tea XP promoted?
No, it says dickhead. It says the word dickhead.
I know you wrote the word dickhead, but if you go to Discord, that's not what it said.
If only you could edit that.
So dickhead asked, will you get Yorkshire Tea XP promoted route? The fans are worried.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got that on film.
Yep.
He said he's definitely going to get him promoted. So if he doesn't, we need a forfeit.
Ooh,
don't we? Really? We need a forfeit.
Right, if we're having a forfeit, we need the community to vote, give us suggestions what the forfeit should be.
Yes,
there we go. Yes. Well, it's probably safer that you ask them rather than ask
us. Yeah. I guess
you don't want me being involved in the decision making of coming up with evil ideas of what the punishment would be.
Yeah. Give us your suggestions, guys. A forfeit for Root if he doesn't get Yorkshire Tea XP promoted.
I'll accept any form of promotion, playoffs or otherwise as well.
Yeah, promotion, as long as it's
you're so fair. You're so fair. Thank
I
you.
am. Given the team we gave you, yes. Solid Lard asks, have any of you ever been a crackhead and watched a full game in 2D?
No.
I know why you said that. I have. I don't do it regularly, but... Yeah.
I've never done it. Never done it. I wouldn't be interested.
Yeah, I'm never going to.
It was more of a... Because highlights only show you the chances, and I was having problems with... like I said, with like Black Mamba, I was like, why isn't this working? Why, this should be working. And I was like, okay, I'll watch 2D and see patterns of play. You see a lot more stuff when you watch it on 2D, like the amount of times people kick the ball out for a throw-in under no pressure is like... kind of ridiculous. You don't notice that if you watch it in highlights. If you watch it in 2D, you see stuff like that. So I don't do it often, but sometimes if I'm like, I don't know why this isn't working, I'll watch in 2D to see if I can get a better. Because, there's also the run-up to the highlight. It's not just the highlight. There's the run-up to the highlight. What's happening in the run-up to it. So I do that very, very rarely. But watching every game in 2D would just be insane.
No. I've watched extended highlights when I'm trying to finesse my tactics and stuff because I see a bit more. But I wouldn't see the necessity for 2D because I want to see key points of the game.
Yeah.
I don't need to see the entire thing because it's just not being covered. How about you, Root? Any 2D full matches you've been watching? 3-4 and 2 and 2 narrow?
No, never ever going to do that.
Excellent. Move on to the next question then. So we've got Hoodwink. Choice of biscuits for your tea? Question mark.
So I'll go first if that's okay. My
go
absolute choice: chocolate hobnobs.
Yeah.
However, I said this in the Discord one time. If you get a Kit Kat, right, and bite both ends of the Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Stick it in your tea and suck the tea up through your Kit Kat, and then
eat Kit Kat.
Then eat the Kit Kat. Oh my god, it's heaven!
Epic.
It is heaven.
Yeah. Right, Root. You can't go for chocolate hobnob. What are you going for next?
Oh, I nicked it. Nice.
Yeah, I think everyone would go chocolate hobnob. Surely.
Yeah. You can't be going for a biscuit that has like structural integrity issues as soon as you dip it. Like, it's just pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Do you know what? I do actually like a digestive as well, just a plain digestive dipped in tea. Because I like the way it.
Old Faithful.
Yeah, Old Faithful. I like that as well. So.
Chocolate digestives are decent with that.
Yeah, they're nice as well.
The caramel version of chocolate digestives, because they've got even more structural integrity to them.
I'm not a massive caramel fan.
Right, piss off. But yeah, they have a lot more structural integrity, so you can sort of let them sort of soak it up a bit more. That works. I need to go a bit more left field than that, though. I need to have a think. Trying to narrow it down to one, isn't it?
Chocolate hobnobs are elite, though, aren't they?
Chocolate hobnob, chocolate digestive, pretty solid. You know what? I quite like the ginger snap biscuit sort of things with a cup of tea as well.
Like a ginger nut.
Yeah. Like the really hard ones, but you dip them in, it softens them just a little
ginger
bit.
Nut. Oh, do you know what? Ginger nuts in tea are unreal, actually.
Yeah, they are good.
They're top tier, definitely.
Cool.
The worst
thinking
one.
About biscuits
the
now.
worst one. Rich tea. You fucking dunk it in, you pull it up, and it falls in half and goes in your tea, and then your tea's just got this big.
Would you like lumpy curdled tea?
Oh, the worst.
Yeah.
That is one biscuit where you really just. You're going to have to do that, aren't you? Yeah.
In and out.
I like this one from Ricky Hyde, and we'll try and keep it to a couple of sentences, like, guys, if you can. But what are your long-term aims in the game? And he gave some suggestions, like to get a club established in Diamond, be competitive in your league while being safe, sustainable, developing players, etc. What is it right now? Because I think it changes, but what is it for you guys?
Bruce?
Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Easy. I want to be in Diamond. I mean, the overall goal is to win Diamond. I understand the competition, the reality of that may not be. But, I mean, what's the point in aiming for something you can easily achieve? Like, it's a goal, isn't it? The goal is aim for perfection, and then, so the goal is to win Diamond one day.
Nice. Sounds like the leaked children will be having very impoverished Christmases for the next few years, then.
No. Yeah, before I did that, everything was taken, because I messaged my wife. Everything was taken care of for Christmas. I messaged her and I was like, what would you say if I drop, 2 G's on loads of MFL players? And she was like, is it good? Are they good? I showed her the agency. She was like, yeah, no brainer. I was like, yes.
What a conversation to be able to have. I mean, come on. Like live in the real world for 5 minutes with the rest of us, Bruce, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry.
Daddy, what am I having for Christmas? Well, I've got this 19-year-old uncommon for you. He's in tear jail, though.
Love it.
Why is there no food?
Nah, all taken care of. Don't
what about yourself, Root? What's your long-term aims in the game?
Well, my long-term aim is just to take Dockside further up, which is obviously I need to get them switched around and just take them further up as far as I can get them. I don't necessarily have ambitions of a certain league, but just to get sustainable at a certain level that A, financially works, but B, keeps my agency where it wants to be. So I want to keep investing in those young players for progression. Like you say, I know my agency, obviously, the last couple of seasons is now getting into that 26, 27-year-olds, but at the beginning they were all like 22, 23, and I think just keep that cycle of investing in the youth each season. And like Probably need to try and think about how many do I want to bring in each season before a season starts, at what level. I'm not really getting anybody now, if I can help it, less than 65. Just because all my clubs are in that level where it needs to be and there's just no need. If I get them from a pack, then anybody less just goes in Dev Centre or whatever. And just trying to be sustainable where I just keep the agency my own where possible as well. I just really, really like that. So
yeah. For me, it would key to get my Leeds licence as high as I possibly can. At the moment, they're in bronze. To be honest, because I've got the silver side and I'm trying to be very competitive in that league with them, a lot of my best players go to silver. So I do feel like I can get my bronze team promoted with a little bit of pulling those players in. Like a couple more have been drafted down with us strengthening our silver club this last season, so they're getting a bit better. And realistically, competing in the highest league that I possibly can. Most likely, it's going to be with a Dow team at this stage. So gold has been this season's challenge, which has been really interesting. I have got some insights now from doing it. I love the idea of going to plat, and it might give me the opportunity in the future to compete at diamond as well and just compete with the best of the best. That's what I'd like to do. Yeah. But I see long-term licenses. That's where the value is. I just they don't retire.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm sort of all in with that one. Right. So SUFC Blades comes up with: do you lads have sugar in teas?
No. I use cinnamon sugar, which is like a healthier alternative than the granulated white shit. Because I won't put that in my tea because that's just bad. But yeah, I use cinnamon sugar in my tea. So,
I don't. Just milk.
I don't use anything. Yeah, just milk.
Nah. Yeah, just milk.
Yeah.
Blades again has got have lads and have your lads got any teams in Masters yet? I'll read it verbatim.
Standard.
That's probably me. That's probably me copying and pasting it.
That's definitely.
Let's try this, Mr. K. Let's go again.
No. 1 second. I'm going to go to the Discord and
That's definitely
questions for the pod.
That
just sound.
It was all one
Just
question.
say,
I tried to split it, and I think I split it wrong.
Okay, verbatim, what's in the Discord? Do your lads have sugar in teas, and have your lads got any teams in Masters yet?
Oh, well, I did copy and paste it right. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. You broke it down. You decanted it slightly, but yes.
Oh,
so,
that back then.
have lads and have your lads got any teams in Masters yet?
Yeah, like I said,
I think we answered this earlier in the pod, haven't we? So.
Yeah, all but one.
Yeah.
Just the one that
12 out of 20 at the moment. I'm not bothered about all of them getting in, but I'll take some free shots for the crap. Why not? Kev. When UK meet up, and why will it be in Bonnie, Scotland? UK meet up, that is a job Jimbo has been promising and sorting out for the longest time, and every time I ask him, he dodges the question. Every single time. So it might be, boys, we'll have to spearhead the efforts to arrange such a thing. I
think it depends who takes the reins, because, if like #KevsAPerv took the reins, then it's probably going to be in Scotland. Whereas if we took it, it's probably going to be Yorkshire somewhere, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, totally.
Literally York.
Yeah. Let's
or
go
Leeds.
York,
Literally.
I like Sheffield, man. I think Sheffield's nice, man. I went out during the Euros final. I went there. We went to, like, this VR bar, and we watched the final, and had a fucking cracking night in Sheffield. It was
Sheffield's a good night. Leeds is a good night. Where else have we got around the north? Manchester's a good night.
I think
Newcastle,
the problem as well is if you were
Liverpool.
wanting to do a stadium tour, we don't want to be going like they did with PSG before. We don't really.
You don't want to go to the MKM, is what you're telling me.
We don't
want to come to the
what
MKM.
We could go to Hill. There's only that Sheffield Wednesday team in Sheffield anyway, so just go to Hillsborough and have a look there.
Do you know what? That'd be quite nostalgic anyway, wouldn't it? So,
yeah,
I'm fine with that.
It's very derelict as well, so
I'm not going to Ellen Road, not unless I literally have saved my morning shit.
Ellen Road.
Then I'll go.
You don't need to worry about that. But yeah,
it'd have to be somewhere in the middle, wouldn't it? Like, it'd have to be somewhere in the middle for the Scottish lads and the southern.
Like Birmingham area, probably, wouldn't it?
Well, no, because that'd affect the Birmingham.
Somewhere decent travel links as well for folks, so it's not a pain in the arse.
Yeah, but I think
there,
you can just
like
go straight through there, can't you? From like Edinburgh.
Oh, can you go straight to Birmingham? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm not sure.
Does
anyone want to go to? Even people in Birmingham don't want to go to Birmingham. So I'm
advocating for somewhere else.
Exactly. Like, why are we doing that to ourselves?
Yeah. Somewhere else.
Right then. So Kev again. Kev's got a lot here. The perv. Is Bruce now an agency buyer and the next MFL mogul? By the way, I'm calling Kev a perv because he called himself a perv on our promotion for the 21st, which is our next question for the work we're doing there, and equally his sordid attempts for making cups of tea that he keeps spouting across the community. No, get in the bin.
And genuinely, we do think he is probably a bit of a perv, to be honest. So, there's that as well.
Well, ChatGPT does. It took one look at his picture and was like, "Okay, I'll recreate a perv." There we go.
Hashtag Kev's a perv.
We can't hate on Kev again. Come on, there's not.
Yes, we can. Okay. Put it everywhere, guys. We want to see it in all the discords. Hashtag Kev's a perv. There we go.
Yeah, it's a slightly different flavour, really, to the when Dirk was.
That's what we do.
I would apologise, but Kev is unapologetic about his tea, so I'm not apologising.
That tea, it's not. We can't even call it tea. Let's not call it tea.
I don't
even know what it is.
Warm milk.
That abomination. So, going back to the question, is Bruce now an agency buyer and the next MFL mogul?
I don't know about being a mogul. I'm very jealous of your agency. I do want an agency, a larger one. I'm noticing that, and I am starting to really notice the value in agency buying. So yeah, it depends if the right opportunity comes up. Because if someone came up to me and they've got an agency full of fucking uncommons, I'm probably not going to want it. Like, you know, because I've got no use for it. But if the right opportunity to buy an agency comes up, then yeah, because I do want a bigger agency. Like you said, the value's in the clubs. Yeah. Not only they don't retire, they're there. They're MFL farms. Like, progress my own players so I don't have to loan them out. So yeah, I'm definitely leaning to that way. I think it's just whether the right opportunity comes up.
Welcome to the dark side.
Next pod, I've got 20 clubs. And
love it. Then we can just be a constant game of chasing each other for them. Kev asks another question. There's a lot from Kev here. Any teasers for the 21st? Root?
Any teasers?
Any teasers, yeah.
I think I've already. Well, we've done the announcement now, so anybody that hasn't seen it, the announcement's obviously gone out. Nice graphical image of us all, and there's some teasers in there. Let me just remind myself of what I put in the text for that, and then I will tell you. I will definitely 100% give a teaser that is not in that text. But I just need to remind myself exactly what I put.
Can I ask? Are we doing a tactics corner with all 8 of us?
We're doing something to do with Tactics Corner, and I saw your reply in there, and I liked your reply, and I've replied to you on it and gone, that's a good idea.
I think that would be a good idea. Because
we can explore that.
Yeah, we could watch the game live.
So I think... So what I'll do is I'm just going to... so basically, for those that don't know, Sunday 21st, 8 p.m, us, Wendirk, Ramble, live stream. It'll be on the Wendirk Twitch, just because it's the most established live one and there's a regular on there and everybody's familiar with how it all works. So it'll be on there. There'll be 8 of us on there. Obviously, there's Amreezy in there as well, who's coming in. So sorry about I didn't mention Amreezy again. Oh, God. I think I had to apologise to him because I've had all the stuff ready and I've just been waiting for some graphics and stuff. And, bless Amreezy, he's jumping in with us at the end to give us that round number of 8 because unfortunately Calver can't make it, which is a huge shame. But we have got Amreezy, so it'll be good. So any things, so you will be able to win a club licence.
That's just one of the teasers. Nice.
That's one of the teasers, yeah.
Do I have the opportunity to win?
Yeah, I was about to ask that as well. I was literally about to ask that as well.
We do not have the opportunity to win any.
Damn it, I'm going to get my wife on. I'm going to get my wife watching.
I'm not sure I can make it. I think I'll have to watch.
I'm just going to get my wife watching.
Mate, don't let me have to try and find another person to come on. I don't need any people dropping out. But yeah, 8 p.m. UK time, next Sunday. We won't be podding at that time. We'll be live with all the other guys, with it being the Christmas period. So we'll hope we'll see you there. There'll be duck races. Definitely check out the other pods this week. So the Ramble when they do theirs and Jimbo's various ones because there'll be things getting announced in those probably. And Jimbo's got something a bit special in his that leads us in to Sunday as well. So
I believe you've got to... From what I understand, what you said was there's stuff that's going to be happening in these pods that lead up.
Yeah.
where you're going to need to pay attention to all three.
Yes.
Because there's going to be questions to win stuff, right?
Exactly. So there'll be a quiz. There'll be a quiz. So I'll watch our pod back and I'll pull out some questions from ours, and each of the other guys will probably either write them down. I'm not going to write them down during it. I'll just go back and skim through. But yeah, the quiz will be made up of questions from the things we've discussed and the stuff they discuss, and then a bank of 10 random questions that we just put together. Really.
Can I ask a question? Will Jimbo have the right answers?
Yeah.
To questions?
That was horrific. What
Yeah.
I would have won.
Yeah.
I would have won if it weren't for
It
Jimbo.
sandbagged a lot of people because one person got the question right.
Yeah.
So they just absolutely cantered away with it as a result because they randomly clicked. But yeah,
well,
just
yeah,
putting
I
it
don't
out
know.
there.
I
If
don't
we're
know.
asking questions, can we make sure we've got the right answers? Or the right questions for the right answers? Whichever
Jimbo,
works.
that one's on you. Please
Yeah,
make
it is
sure
on
that
you.
happens.
Definitely on
But yeah,
Jimbo,
the
second
only
host.
teaser I'm going to give is the one about there's a club license. But there are lots of good prizes to win and lots of good things that'll be going on.
Just want to point out as well, because I believe there'll be no pod next week because we're doing the live stream on the 21st. So we'll
Correct.
have no pod, and then we're taking a week off during the Christmas period, and we won't be back till January.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
yeah. We're not going to record on the Sunday the 28th. Our next recording will be the 4th of Jan.
Yeah,
Correct,
there you go.
yeah.
Yeah, just so you guys know.
Yeah, so we'll do the live next week. So there'll be community questions in that, like you say, something around Tactics Corner. We'll all just talk about the season all live on Twitch, and you'll all be able to interact with us, and that's the idea, just like a big community thing. We're expected to last a good few hours. That's the plan. As long as it lasts, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Basically, next time we theoretically would be recording the pod on the 20th of December. We're not. It would be the Holiday Heroes transfer window at that point, and then the next time we record, it will be the semi-final and the final of the Heroes and Masters and stuff like that on that day. So we can do a nice summary of all of that, and then that will lead us nicely into the looking forward for season 11.
Yeah, exactly.
Wicked.
But we'll still be chatting in the Discord over all that time, so get in the Discord and we'll still be having conversations and having a natter through things there.
Kev's next question was, when will Big Mr. K stop buying clubs, and what is the magic number? There isn't. There isn't.
Depends
At
how
the
the
moment-
clubs get in it. Like,
Basically, yeah. Basically, that's where I'm at. I worked out, literally, I've got 563 players. Divide that by 25. Not that I would put 25 in a club for generally playing. That's 22.5 clubs. I currently own 23.
yeah. It's
So-
like Trust the Process just said in Discord, like before we went live, he said like his plan wasn't to have that many clubs, but the prices went down so low that he's like, I can't resist buying them. Like, so it's just the case, yeah.
It makes sense. It makes the most sense. It makes the most. So that's where I'm at with it. Another one with Kev. Shock.
Jesus, Kev.
I know, you perv. What would you most like to see in the next / future entrance? For me, it's that eradication of weird responses from players in games. Like we talked about, defenders marking offside players, goalkeeper fumbles. It does happen in real life and errors can take place. Totally fine. But let's just try and make it feel a bit more authentic. I want the eradication of that because that completely kills my immersion when I see it happening. It no longer feels like I've got any remit of control of my team because I'm at the power of whatever that pulls out. But yeah, fingers crossed that continues to improve.
I would. Go on. No, you go, Bruce.
No, you go, Root.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I would like a way for when there's a corner, that my defenders are just always in the box for a corner like they really are in real football. But people are sitting back like they are in real football. But I don't want to have to press like
Least instructions.
high freedom and all that. Yeah, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's just something like that. I'd love that.
For me, I actually think, like, because my big issue, we all know my big issue, is like I didn't like this past engine. Testing on this new engine, it's brought my immersion back. Massive variety in the highlights now. Not seeing the same goals scored over and over again. There's a lot of variety in the goals scored, which is just what I wanted.
Yeah.
Exactly where I wanted. So for me, that was the thing that needs to be improved. As time for a feature, like, I don't have any ideas for extra features. As long as the I can watch the game and I'm enjoying watching the game. It's just, yeah, this last season there was no immersion for me because I'm looking at it like a program, whereas in the new engine I'm looking at it more again like a football game because it feels like a football game now, and that was my big thing, and they seem to be getting there. No, actually I will, because I mentioned it. Goalkeeper long kicks, like being just as balanced as short kicks. And I'm not saying like you do the goalkeeper long kick and it creates a a chance for yourself. But most of the time, you do a goalkeeper long kick, you lose it in the middle of the park, and it comes back. I'd just like to see retention of possession be as good as it is when you click it short, just so it's another option, so that there isn't the meta. You know, we all do it, play out of defence on our goalkeeper instructions because that's the meta. So I'd like long kicks to be just as effective as short kicks, I think.
Or a bit more viability.
Just a bit more viability, I think. Yeah, thinking about it. That's probably it. That's probably
if players are in the right position and you want to go on a counter-attack, your keepers just grab the ball from whatever. It'd be so good if he just moves to the right or left and then hoofs the ball
kicks
up.
it long through him.
Yeah.
But right now, he hoofs it into the middle, loses the ball, second ball, comes back at you, doesn't it? It's like,
Yeah. Last two questions we've got, both from Kev, so I'm going to stop saying it's from Kev. It says, I think there's been a typo here as well. Why does rootcoors have smouldering sex appeal? I queried whether it should say when does rootcoors have smouldering sex appeal, but apparently
when would have worked, because the answer could have easily been never. I'm fine with that. Why? Kev, you tell us. Literally tell me what it is.
I'd be careful. We already know. We've already shared what we thought of Kev, so just be careful.
Be
as perverted as you want. Even slide into the DMs, Kev. Actually, if you want, that's fine.
And what else have we got? We've got the last one. Has the manshaft been erected yet? Many times. I don't know about you boys. I mean, age might be creeping up with you, Bruce, so I'm not sure.
He's older than me! He's older than me!
Fucking hell, just sling muddy all around. Well, I ain't got anything to come back on that.
But yeah, I've still got that team it's been created. I do agree, actually, with Kev's observations about the naming of the club. I thought, actually, I've missed a trick there. So it might be a rebrand taking place in the off-season now, because I do like it. But I think at the moment, I've got about 11 or 12 players, and I actually had someone else who's listened to the pod from last week get in touch with me this morning and say, I found these players in my agency. Any use? And so nice. I'm enjoying that game that's going on. There are some favourites, but I think once I've built that club, that'll be a time to deep dive into who we've got. Pardon?
The striker I linked you, I know he's way above, but he's 73, and his last name's Byrne.
I don't think I did.
Is there a limit how much you want to spend on a player?
I'm going for $1 really, because it's a throwaway. Really,
he's
going to be more.
You could probably get him cheaper, but
I saw one earlier. I get another Wang.
I think I went up to 8. I went up to 8. But yeah, I go to my players and I go for. Let's have a look. Newest to oldest. I got a Mr. J Cox the other day, so that's another one. What else do I have? I've got. I'm trying to find out where they are. Oh, why does my players keep disappearing at the moment? I keep going through looking at players and then it just stops loading them. There's Hubert Com. There is. What else we got? Papa Dick. We've got Peter Hogg, Class Wang, Do You Dong. We've got.
Did you buy the
done it again.
Did you buy the Dong You Come? Did you buy
I think so. Yeah. The problem I'm having is I'm going through it and it keeps just not loading. Tai Jiang Wang, Ji Wang Kok, Hugh Wood, Roger Tucker, Richard Palmer, Jan Koch, Roger de Kock, Helmut Meister, and that's everyone.
Richard Palmer. Oh my god!
I thought that was a really good. That's a really class one.
Really good one.
Yeah, I was really thinking of getting really creative with it. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. And every so often I get a bit more of a brainwave about a potential name and go searching. So yeah, that takes us to the end of the pod. So anything else you boys want to add before we wrap things up?
All good from me.
21st. See you all there.
Yeah. There'll be loads more advertisement about it, boys. We've already got some advertisement out there. I know you've been pushing stuff around Root, so thanks for all your efforts with that one.
Right.
And I think it's Jimbo and who else has been helping you out? Monkey. And he's been helping you out with it, So thanks to you boys for pulling all that together for everyone. So yeah, that'll be Sunday the 21st of December, 8 p.m, live episode of a podcast with the When Dirt Boys and the Ramble. If you want to be voting on things to do with the pod that we've covered today, like the questions and the Tactics Corner, get yourself in the Discord. We've got links all over the show. Thank you again for all the support. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers.